state and federal police investigate a house connected to the primary Austin shooting suspect.
And a campus favorite pizza joint closes down.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining NTTV News at Noon. I'm Gabriela Cruz.
And I'm Jeremiah Patterson. The world is reacting to escalating tensions in the Middle East. CNN's Leigh Waldman has more.
Rather than addressing reporters directly, President Donald Trump is speaking to the world on social media. He offered his condolences to the 3 service members who have been killed so far and touted the scale and success of the operation dubbed Epic Fury.
And send our immense love and eternal gratitude to the families of the fallen. And sadly, there will likely be more. Before it ends, that's the way it is.
President Donald Trump acknowledging the realities. More military men and women could be killed as Operation Epic Fury continues. The U.S. and Israel launched a massive and coordinated military attack designed to eliminate the Iranian regime and its nuclear program.
Where does this go? In many ways, it's not up to the president, nor is it up to Netanyahu. It's up to the Iranians.
U.S. military experts weighing in on what may lie ahead in the U.S.-Israeli war with Iran.
Look, this fight is going to go on until they capitulate and return to the negotiating table under different terms.
In addition to those killed in Iran and Israel since the start of the war, there have been deaths and damage in locations across the Middle East. As Iran launches strikes against almost all of its neighbors, many U.S. allied Gulf countries. With Iran's supreme leader, defense minister, and other key leaders dead, the regime on Sunday formed a provisional leadership council and has indicated a new supreme leader could soon be chosen.
This is a regime which is its existence is at stake, and it's doing the only thing that it knows to do, which is to lash out violently.
This morning, the Pentagon is going to hold a news conference on Operation Epic Fury. It'll be the first time a top Trump administration official has spoken publicly about this operation. On Tuesday, the full Senate and House will receive a briefing on Iran. In Washington, D.C., I'm Leigh Waldman.
Following U.S. and Israeli strikes on Iran, a friendly fire incident involving American forces is now coming to light. All 6 crew members are alive after 3 U.S. fighter jets were shot down during operations in the region. The U.S. military says Kuwaiti air defense systems accidentally hit the F-15E Strike Eagles on Sunday. U.S. Central Command says the incident happened during active combat with Iranian aircraft, ballistic missiles, and drones.
Another American service member has died following injuries sustained during Operation Epic Fury, the United States military's recent response against Iran. U.S. Central Command confirmed on Monday through a social media post that four service members have now been killed in action. Officials say that the 4th service member was wounded during Iran's initial strikes and later died from those injuries. The attack took place in Kuwait, the same strike that killed 3 other U.S. service members. The incident marks a significant escalation in the regional tensions and as operations continue to unfold. As tensions continue to escalate following Operation Epic Fury and the ongoing conflict with Iran, the impact is being felt far beyond the battlefield. Gas prices across the United States of America are beginning to climb as global oil markets respond to the war with Iran, with analysts warning that steeper increases could be on the way in coming days. According to AAA, the national average for gas was just under $3 a gallon on Monday. Analysts say drivers could see prices rise between 5 and 10% per day in the short term. Wholesalers are also reacting, some raising prices by as much as 25 cents a gallon amid fears of supply disruptions. While as prices typically rise this time of year due to seasonal demands, experts claim that the conflict with Iran is escalating those increases. It seems like the weather can't make up its mind.
Yeah, the sky especially, from cloudy to sunny to cloudy again. Let's see what our weather anchor Anna Glisson has to say. Anna?
Thanks, Jeremiah. While I can't say the same for the rest of the week, today we're definitely looking at some relatively calm temperatures. If you've stepped outside this morning, you'll see that today is very, very gloomy. We're looking at some overcast skies and some cool temperatures to go along with that. The breeze isn't too intense, but I know whenever I was walking to the studio this morning, it was quite unpleasant. Unfortunately, tonight, we're looking at whether that's not too much better. We're seeing a jump in temperatures to 66 degrees, which isn't too much higher. Skies will still be overcast, and the wind speed's going to be sticking around what we're seeing right now. Looking at tomorrow, we are going to see a large jump in temperatures. The sky will be a little bit less cloudy, which will bring that temperature up to 74 degrees. Unfortunately, though, we're looking at 17-mile-per-hour winds, which will be quite inconvenient unless you're planning on flying a kite. But if you're up early tomorrow, take a look at the sky just before dawn. The full moon will slide completely into Earth's shadow, resulting in a total lunar eclipse. The red moon will be visible across most of North America, including here in North Texas. Early risers will have the best view, as here in Denton, the eclipse will begin around 3:50 a.m. and reach totality at 5:53 a.m. The event will continue to be partially visible until 7 a.m. as the moon begins to set. This will be the only total lunar eclipse visible anywhere in the world in 2026. After tomorrow morning, the next chance to see a blood moon won't come until late 2028. That's all I have. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Anna. Up next, an update on the Austin shooting that occurred over the weekend.
And a look into tomorrow's primary elections. Stay with us.
Hey, listen to my flow to save some H2O. This my water rhyme, and this is how it goes. First, turn off the sink and take some time to think. When you waste water, our supply shrinks. When you take a shower, not more than an hour. Shoot for 10 minutes and save water power. Use a reusable bottle, smart like Aristotle. Ditch all the plastic and be a role model. And that was my H2O flow. Please remember how it goes, because if you don't, Earth will go, oh no!
Looking to open a free checking or savings account but don't know where to start? Check out DatQ Credit Union right here on campus. Get your Mean Green debit card instantly or apply for a DatQ Visa credit card today. Your school, your card. Plus, make deposits at their 24/7 ATM, checks or cash whenever you need it. Make sure to sign up for DatQ's online banking platform and mobile app for easy access anytime, anywhere. Visit them at www.datq.org to learn more. DatQ, the official financial institution of UNT Athletics.
Good evening, my name is Amanda Hasbell, and I'm joining you here today in the Union Parking Garage. Today we're going to be going over how to drive safely in the parking garage. Let's go see. Oh my god, this girl just got hit by a car. Let's go see what happened. Ma'am, are you okay?
Did you see that lady hit me with a car?
Yeah, we did. I got it all on video.
Oh my god.
Let's go over here and talk about how we can prevent that.
Yeah, not the hospital.
Well, right now we're going to ask you a couple questions on how we can drive safely in the parking lot. What are ways that we can be aware of our surroundings?
Oh, we can look both ways.
Jenna, also, how about putting the distractions away?
Yes, just like our phones, turning our music down, and also not focusing on our passengers.
Where can you get information on how to get a parking pass?
Transportation.unt.edu.
If you park in a garage, make sure you pay on the app or look for further instructions on how you should pay.
And remember, no pass, no park. Let's all try to keep our Mean Green community safe.
Remember, we're all in this together.
Drive safe.
Texas law enforcement officials continue to investigate a home in Pflugerville, believed to be connected to the suspect in the Austin mass shooting. KVUE's Jose Alzono has the report.
This scene involving ATF and SWAT agents lasted a little more than 4 hours along Kickapoo Cavern Drive in Pflugerville. KVUE News has learned this home is connected to the West 6th Street shooting suspect, who Austin police have identified as this 53-year-old man in this photo.
Kickapoo Cavern Drive. Come out of the front door with
The commotion caught on camera by Priscilla Rodriguez. It was an alarming scene that caught Sirida Chamote and her family off guard. They live across the street from the suspect's home.
Suddenly there were announcements and warnings in the morning, and we were like out and we saw these police officers, so many cars, and then so we were really scared for some time. They were just asking whoever is in the house, please come out. If you don't come out, we don't guarantee your safety.
Officials are looking closely at this white car with a broken window, questioning people and taking boxes of unidentified items into their units. Chamota says this is a quiet community that hasn't seen anything like this in the past few years she's been here, and was at a loss for words finding out this investigation is connected to the downtown Austin shooting.
I'm still not able to digest something happening in my neighborhood right in front of my house. Honestly, I'm still processing it.
Investigators say the case remains active as they continue to piece together the events leading up to the shooting. Texas primary elections are finally wrapping up tomorrow.
Yeah, it's been a heated campaigning season. Let's check in with our political reporter, Marguerite Calkins, for the latest. Marguerite?
President Donald Trump is weighing a potential endorsement in the Texas Senate race while campaigning in Corpus Christi. Speaking Friday, Trump called the area a Republican place and questioned how a Democrat would win there.
The problem I have, and it's a problem that I have elsewhere too, you have people running that are all friends of mine. It's a very difficult situation just on a human basis. And I like John. You have an excellent attorney general, you have an excellent senator, you have an excellent congressman, you have three excellent people. So I probably will. Maybe I'll wait to see what happens in the primary before I do anything, because you still have a race against a Democrat, which I don't understand why there's even a race, because this is our place. This is a Republican place. And when you look at my numbers, you say nobody's going to win. How can anybody else win? But it seems to be tight, no matter who's going to win that one. I will be very much involved. Maybe I'll wait till after the primary. Maybe I won't.
Candidates in the primary are friends of his and said he may wait until after the primary to make a decision. Trump added that regardless of who wins the GOP nomination, he plans to be very involved in the race. Texas State Representative James Tallarico rallied supporters in San Antonio ahead of the Democratic state primary. During the event, he continued his political messaging of politics as a top-down struggle.
Corporate media executives in this country are selling out the freedom of speech to curry favor with corrupt politicians. This is a threat to all of our freedoms. A threat to any of our First Amendment rights is a threat to all of our First Amendment rights.
Vice President Kamala Harris is backing Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett in her bid for the Texas Democratic Senate primary. Crockett is facing State Representative James Tallarico in a competitive race. Harris does not often weigh in on primaries, but Crockett previously co-chaired her 2020 presidential campaign and is a longtime ally. Harris has acted as a mentor to Crockett in the past. Tomorrow's Democratic primary result will decide who moves forward in the Texas Senate race. There is a lot at stake in this upcoming primary election, including the next governor. Our live shot anchor Riley Oldenburg is at the Gateway Center right now. Riley, who is running and what do we need to know?
Thanks, Marguerite. Incumbent Governor Greg Abbott is currently in the lead for the Republican primary. His policy stances include reducing property taxes, including abolishing school property taxes for homeowners and securing the southern border. State Representative Gina Hinojosa and former rancher Bobby Cole are in the lead for the Democratic primary. Hinojosa's policy stances include investing in school safety and increasing teacher pay, raiding in private equity and healthcare, and lowering the cost of living in Texas. Cole's policy stances include raising the minimum wage, legalizing marijuana, expanding Medicaid and lowering property taxes. This election is happening tomorrow, March 3rd, and you can vote here at the Gateway Center if you're registered in Denton. That's all from me. Back to you at the desk.
Spring break is coming up for many, but will anyone have good weather to actually enjoy it?
Yeah, I'm not sure, Gabriella, but let's check in with our weather anchor, Anna Glisson, and see. Anna?
Thanks, Jeremiah. Well, normally I would take this moment to point at the map and we'd see some similar temperatures around North Texas. Today is not the day for that at all. If we go ahead and look at what we're seeing right now, we're seeing a little bit of a wider range than we're used to seeing. In Denton, we have temperatures around 60 degrees, Denton obviously 61, Decatur 59, McKinney 67, Dallas 69. If we go down to Stephenville, we're seeing a little bit warmer temperatures at 72 degrees, with Sulphur Springs at 69 and Paris at 65. So it's a little bit wider range, but if we go ahead and zoom out to the rest of the map, we're going to be seeing what I'm talking about here. So in Denton, we're seeing, again, those 60s. If we go down south, we're seeing 70s, in Shreveport 73, Houston 77, and Austin 75. But if we go ahead and move toward El Paso, we're seeing a whopping 81 degrees. In Amarillo, we're seeing 54 degrees. In Oklahoma, 47, which is a stark contrast from that 81 degrees, which I just think is wild. And you'd think after 20 years of living in Texas, I'd be used to this crazy weather, but I guess not. Speaking of crazy weather, look at the next few days. Wow, that is a lot of rain. Tomorrow, we're not seeing any rain, thankfully, so we get a little bit of a buffer. Only thing you're going to have to watch out for that is the 17-mile-per-hour wind. But going into Wednesday, it's definitely kicking up a notch. We're seeing a 61% chance of rain. And going into Thursday, we have a 44% chance, Friday a 66% chance, and we're seeing our highest percentage on Saturday. Our high for the week is going to be on Friday, which is rising from Wednesday and Thursday, and it falls down to a 68 degrees on Sunday. But I want to draw your attention to the middle of the week, specifically Wednesday and Friday, because there is a severe weather warning as issued by the National Weather Service. There's a potential for hail and damaging winds, so definitely keep an eye out on the middle of the week. That's all I have for weather right now. Thanks. Back to you guys at the desk.
When we come back, a pizza joint beloved by students shuts down.
And would-be homebuyers see lowering mortgage rates coming up.
TRIO is a federally funded grant program. It was funded in the 60s, and it supports student success and student retention. So we have a lounge, computer lab, free printing for our students. We also provide one-on-one advising services for our students, as well as career exploration and prep. Students who are eligible for TRIO include those who are first-gen, low income, or have a disability. They just have to meet one of those three. There are many benefits to being in TRIO. Some of the general ones are the services we provide. The other benefits include creating a sense of community, a sense of belonging, and giving a safe space for students to come. Students can apply for our program by either coming in person and scanning a QR code, or they can also visit our webpage that has a direct link to our online application. And students need to know that we are here to help.
A Fright Street staple is now gone, leaving many students in disbelief. Cricket Crust is officially closed its doors Friday after more than a decade serving the North Texas community. The pizza spot was a go-to for students thanks to its location just steps away from campus and its affordable slices dating back to the early 2010s. But on its website, the business says rising food, labor, and operating costs along with slower sales made it impossible to keep going. Owners say they chose to shut down rather than change quality, thanking students, staff, and the Denton community for years of support. While local businesses face struggles, many public schools teachers are feeling the squeeze as well. Most teachers are working more than one job, according to a new Gallup survey released Monday. The study found 71% of educators hold at least one side gig, and 85% of those work extra hours during the school year. Nearly a third say their second job has nothing to do with education, with many driving for rideshare services, delivering food, or working in restaurants. After the school day ends, only 28% of teachers say they're living comfortably on their household income, while more than half say they're just getting by. The average teacher salary last school year was about $72,000, but researchers say that educators earn roughly about 27% less than other workers with similar levels of education.
Here's some potentially good news for would-be homebuyers. Mortgage rates have fallen below 6% for the first time in 4 years. Freddie Mac reports the average 30-year fixed mortgage rate dropped to 5.98% on Thursday. This marks the lowest level since 2022. Experts say that the drop could help bring some buyers back into the market. Many current homeowners with lower rates may still be hesitant to sell their properties, though. Analysts add that it could change if rates continue to decrease in the following weeks. From UNT to Dallas to the rest of the world, sports are picking up.
Our sports anchor Maria Gonzalez has the latest for us. Maria?
UNT women's track and field, the conference championship, Dallas Stars hockey, and the start of Formula One season. I will be back with all of the information after the break.
I think that's so powerful. It's a true story of Ruth Snyder. There's some kind of liberties in the story. The young woman is definitely more of a sympathetic character than the original Ruth Snyder.
I would say that it is a story about a woman breaking out of the box she has been put in by society.
It is a story about societal pressures, and it's also a story about love and what drives somebody to sometimes do things that may seem awful.
I really like the soundscapes. I think that they add a nice layer to the show.
Be prepared for an incredibly immersive, anxiety-ridden experience.
How she sees the world and the way that she sees these different faces all the time. This is like how the machine rolls.
The do's and don'ts of the Pole Rec Center. See that man over there? Please do not hog weights. Instead, do this. Another important part is having an attentive spotter. See, here is an example of a non-attentive spotter. Instead, do this. Now we head to the track, which should be pretty easy, just it's important to pay attention to the way the track goes. Remember to wipe down the equipment after you're done using it. The towels are provided by the gym, so it's pretty easy to wipe down the equipment when you are done. Thank you for using the Pole Recreation Center.
The UNT women's track and field team won the American Conference Indoor Championship this Saturday. This is the program's second Conference Indoor Championship since 2005, when the university was part of the Sun Belt Conference. The team won by an 8-point difference over the second place. The championship was secured in the 4x400 relay. Fabian Foster won a gold medal in the weight throw, setting a program record of 19.57 meters. And senior London Maxwell won the mile, despite not being seated top 8 at the start of the race. Good weekend for the Mean Green. The Dallas Stars won overtime 3-2 against the Nashville Predators last Saturday at Nashville. Jason Robertson scored the winning goal with 3 minutes left in overtime. The Predators had a 2-0 lead during the first period, but the Stars managed to catch up during the second and third periods. The Stars now stand second in the Western Central Conference, and their next game is today against the Vancouver Canucks. It's finally race week. The Formula One 2026 World Championship starts this week in Melbourne, Australia, at the Albert Park circuit. It is the first time brand new American team Cadillac will race in F1. Anticipation increases amongst the fans with the recent change in regulations, and defending world championship Lando Norris comes back. The weekend schedule will start on Friday with the free practices at 7:30 and 11 p.m. respectively, qualifying on Saturday at 11 p.m. and the race on Sunday at 10 p.m.
And finally, this afternoon, if you're looking for a cheap breakfast and a reason to get out of bed,
McDonald's has you covered. National Egg McMuffin Day is today, and yes, that means $1 Egg McMuffins.
Exclusively available through the McDonald's app.
And suddenly I have plans to get out of bed for once.
I have one question for you, Jeremiah. Bacon or sausage?
For $1 both. I'm loving it.
Ba, 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 ba. Thanks for watching NTTV News at Noon.
Join us again tonight at 6 and tomorrow at noon here on North Texas Television.